On November 10th, 2011, this is Pulling number 75, Day 1, Part 3. Welcome back, Bridge friends. This is Michael here at Bridge Hands, and as promised, in this session, we'll have lots of bidding practice using our losing trick count for the opener after finding a partnership fit. And we'll use cover card methodology for the responder. So if you're ready, let's begin. Okay, we'll begin by taking a quick review of the losing trick count essentials. Now we need an 8-card trump fit, usually in a major suit, to begin. Aces and kings are not losers, nor are queens, unless without an accompanying honor for support. After all, ladies are social creatures, right? We don't need to count losers beyond the first 3 cards in a suit, expecting an opportunity to either promote or rough losers in the suit. And since we have a maximum of 3 losers per suit, and 4 suits, that equates to a maximum of 12 losers in the hand, 24 for both players. And according to the law, with extra trump, we need to optimistically push up the contract level nearing game. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue on with the review, looking at some examples of losing trick count. Okay, here we go. First, we'll take a look at hands with no losers. In this first suit, we have a singleton ace, an ace king queen, ace king queen, and others. Remember, we only count the first 3, or a void. These would all be no losers. For one loser, we have ace doubleton, ace king tripleton, ace king more than 3. Once again, only going to count one loser. King doubleton, king queen tight, king queen third or longer, or a small singleton. Could be even up to a singleton queen, a singleton king, maybe worth about half. Your partners bid the suit, give it one full one. How about 2 losers? This would be ace third, king third, queen 10 third, queen doubleton, or just a small doubleton, all worth 2 losers. Then for our long side suits that are more than 3 long, 4 or more, we only count the first 3 losers. We have to be sure, though, that we do have a way to get to this hand, that suit is promotable if it's a responder's hand without too many entries. And what do we use for the responder of losing trick count? Right, we use cover cards. Let's dig into that soon. You ready? Okay. Well, okay, before we get into cover cards, let's review this hand and see how we did there. This was not our favorite hand. You may remember this was hand number 2 on part number 2. And West has 6 losing trick counts. It was the ace king 5 times in spades, 1 loser. Ace 4 times in hearts, another 2 losers makes 3. King 3 times in diamonds, another 2 makes 5. And 1 in clubs for the small baby makes 6. Now, we don't count losers until our partner responded. Our partner signed off in 2 spades when it was a 1 spade opener. So now at this point, West can go ahead and make a help suit game try. Doesn't need any help in clubs, needs help in diamonds, and so rebids 3 diamonds. Now we'll reevaluate from the East perspective. Jack 9 3 times in clubs. Nope, sorry, 3 losers. In hearts, Jack 9 8 7. Nope, sorry, another 3 losers. How about in diamonds? Yes, ace doubleton. That's 1 loser. And in clubs, Jack 4 times. Oh my goodness, another Jack, another 3 losers. 3 and 3 and 3 is 9. 1 more in diamonds is 10. But asking for diamond help, we have trump support and we have an ace doubleton. Yes, we'll go ahead and bump that down by 1. So we go from 10 to 9 losers. 6 and 9 makes 15. 15 subtracted from 24. Always use 24, maximum number of losers. That leaves 9 tricks that we can make. It's not a game. So East correctly signed off in 3 spades. Okay, let's continue. Well, okay, here was one of our classic hands we have where we can actually make 10 tricks. Let's take a look at this one. This is the same hand for West, opening 1 spade. Now, after East shows spade support, we can go ahead and make our help suit game try with 6 losers, rebidding diamonds, as you'll recall. And what can we do this time with the other hand? Well, let's take a look at it. Over in the East hand, we have a little bit better hand. 10 3 times in spades. King 4 times in hearts. Well, that's an improvement. In diamonds, ace doubleton and 4 small clubs. So what's our losing trick count here? This would be 3 in spades. 2 in hearts makes 5. Remember, we don't count anything past the third. 1 in diamonds. That brings us up to 6. And 3 in clubs gives us 9. But because we're being asked for help in diamonds, this will make us down to 8. So 6 plus 8 is 14. Take away 24. Sounds about like game, doesn't it? So take a look at this King of Hearts. That kind of looks like a great cover card, doesn't it? Yes, cover cards are great. So East losing trick count dropped from 9 to 8, 1 because of the King of Hearts. And certainly we like the fact that we had help in partners diamond suits. And as we can see, we're likely to lose 1 spade, 1 heart, no diamonds because we can rough 1, and 1 club. That sounds like it's about 3, doesn't it? So how often do you think we make? Well, the answer is 67% of the time it will make 4 spades. And the survey says that is good enough. We make our game. Very well done. So we will rightly accept the help suit game try with 1 cover, 2 covers, and we've got another one because of the shortness. So our partner has 6 losers. We're going to take 3 away, and that will make us down to 3 losers. So let's go ahead and start getting into the cover card approach. Okay, on hand number 4, we'll see that losing trick count does have some potential shortcomings. This time, while West only holds 11 high card points, Ace King 5 times in spades, Ace 3 times in hearts, 4 small diamonds, and a singleton club, it is still actually worth opening 1 spade. Now, our social bridge, the rubber bridge players, may not like this, but the duplicate players who use a more aggressive style, they will say, well, it has 3 quick tricks. So they would go ahead and open it 1 spade. Now, if partner does have spade support, it's actually worth a full 7 losing trick count hand. So after 1 spade and a spade response, let's say 2 spades, or it might be more, we would evaluate this hand as having 7 losing trick count. We would have 1 loser in spades, 2 in hearts, 3 in diamonds, and 1 club. Now, how about the East hand? I'll give you a minute to go ahead and count up your losers using losing trick count. Take a look. Okay, you might come up with 2 losers in spades. Recall that the working queen is not a loser, and certainly a queen in spades is not going to be a loser. We have 1 loser in hearts, and 1 in diamonds, and in clubs. What are your thoughts there? Is it really only 3 losers with 6 small clubs? How do you feel about that? Well, if you think so, then this 9 high card point hand is worth 7 losing trick count. And since West has 7 losing trick count, 7 and 7 is 14. 14 from 24. Bingo, it really should make game. But does it really? Well, in reality, after inputting these hands into a bridge simulator and randomly dealing hundreds of north-south hands, it only makes game 32% of the time. So what went wrong? As you'll recall earlier, as a responder with limited side suit entries, I cautioned against falling into the trap of only counting 3 losers for a long side suit without sufficient entries. Yes, East indeed has 3 entries, yet to pray for a 3-3 club split in the opponent's hand, that is where we have clubs 6 and 1 is 7, 7 from 13 leaves 6, you may recall that a 3-3 split only happens 1 in 3 times. And for some reason, when we really need to make game, it doesn't seem to happen very often, right? Right. Okay, well, hopefully I've set up the opportunity to sell you on my favorite method of responder evaluating losers using cover cards. And before we get in, let's just take a quick look on this hand. how many covers do you see in the East hand from what we've seen so far? One for the Queen, right? One for the King of Hearts. One for the Ace of Diamonds. There's 3. And maybe something for those doubletons. But are you going to pull trump or are you going to ruff? I don't think you're going to be able to promote that club suit. So with 3 covers, unless our partner makes a help suit game try, we're not going to be pushing a game. Using losing trick count, you might be tempted to say, well, 7 losers, I'm going to go ahead and bid game. But you really shouldn't count this long, punky club suit, shouldn't you? Okay, time to enter cover cards. Let's do it. Okay, enter cover cards. So what I'm selling today is cover cards make it easier for the responder to count winners rather than lots of losers. Primary honors and shortness provide an accurate way to certainly explore slams. And like the law of total trick, holding that 4th trump can generate an extra trick. Now let's take a look at high card points and tricks. Speaking of primary honors and cover cards, on our second lesson we discussed the axiom between high card points and tricks, making each of the 13 tricks worth a bit more than 3 high card points. 13 into 40 is a little bit more than 3. Sounds like aces and kings, right? And how about the losing trick count pyramid? You'll recall that with the graphic pyramid we showed an approximate relationship between high card points and losing trick count. We saw how increasing the high card points by 3, 1 trick, added another precious cover card, right? And cover cards equal what? They equal tricks, right? Right. So a responder with 2 cover cards will make a sign-off bid like 2 spades over partner's 1 spade bid. With 3 cover cards, let's say 3 aces and a flat hand with 3 trump support, responder will typically invite game. Now if you're optimistic, you might go ahead and bid game. It's going to be close. That's 12 points. However, with 4 kings, that is 4 cover cards. And we certainly would bid game when we have 4 kings, right? Our partner may have 7 losers. We've got 4. We're going to go ahead and propel them to game. So not all 12-point hands are really created equal. Some people talk about aces and spaces. If you don't have a flat hand, fine, go for it. But if there is a flat hand, you might want to think twice. Thus, responders should always insist on game with trump support and 4 covers. And since most of the time, opener has 7 losing trick count or less, then when responder holds 5 cover cards and trump support, it's actually about time to start thinking of slam, right? You should be able to make at least 11 tricks, and you probably have a good chance, if partner has some extras, to make 12. Okay, let's take a look at hand 5. This is a repeat of hand number 3 using cover cards. This time we're going to be using the cover card evaluation. West opens 1 spade and responder bids 2 spades. West counts 6 losing trick count, rebidding 3 diamonds as we've seen before. And East has 2 cover cards plus another cover card for the help in the diamond suit. So West's 6 losers minus 3 cover card winners equals 3 losers in total. Aha! That's 10 winners, just right to make a major suit game. Okay? Now let's take a look at hand number 6. This time the opener is going to have a minimum. Here West has a fine spade suit with 13 points and opens appropriately 1 spade. After East responder shows 2 spades, West reevaluates using losing trick count. None in spades, 2 in hearts, 3 in diamonds, and 2 in clubs, totaling 7 losers. So despite East having possible extra cover card with 7 losing trick count, West should pass when East cannot hold 4 cover cards. Even with 3 cover cards, 7 losing trick count minus 3 equals 4 losers, and 9 winners does not make a game. Okay, now we're going to take a look at a repeat of hand number 2. This time, when West begins with 1 spade with 14 high card points plus 1, and East shows the spade support, then West can go ahead and count their 6 losing trick count. And while East indeed has diamond help with only 1 cover card plus 1 more for the diamond ace doubleton, that's 1 cover card short of the 3 needed to propel the partnership to game. Losing trick count, opener promises 6. With a help suit game try, responder has 2. 6, take away 2, leaves 4 losers. And 13 minus 4 only leaves 9 tricks. So East smartly signs off in 3 spades. Now, most bridge players probably don't need to bother even subtracting from 13, instinctively knowing that 4 losers is 1 short of game. Okay, so I think what we'll do is split this off into 2 video segments. We're going to be running probably a good deal over 30 minutes, so why don't we make it into 2? And we'll go ahead and give a little preview for what's going to happen on the next section. Now, on hand number 7, you'll recall that we had a hand that was 3-4, 2-4 in terms of the shape. Spades 3, hearts 4, diamonds 2, clubs 4. And that was 1.5 cover cards after we did have a fit. We did have 1 ace, but there were 3 jacks, and there was a doubleton in the help suit. So here's what we're going to do to change these, and it'll be real interesting to see when it makes extra tricks and when it doesn't, and what the percentages are. So in the next instance, we're going to have a 3-3-2-5. We've seen some of these with 5 clubs. You think it's going to have some honors? We'll see. We're going to have a change from 1.5 covers to 2.5. So there's going to be 1 more, what? Cover card, right? Primary honors. Good. And we're going to have ace and a king and a doubleton. In hand 7C, it's going to be a 3-4-2-4, 2.5 covers again, with an ace, a king, and a doubleton. Little different shape here. No 5-card club suit this time. For number D, it's going to be, oops, that 4-3-3. Although it'll be 3 covers. What do you think about that? If our partner has 6 losing trick count and we've got 3 covers, sounds good, doesn't it? We're going to have ace, king, and a 4th trump. Aha! We're going to see how a 4th trump counts for a full cover. And on 7E, we'll once again have a 4-3-3. This time we'll go from 3 covers down to 2.5. Do you think it'll make? We'll have an ace and a queen and a 4th trump, and as we'll discover, if the queen is opposite an ace, yeah, if a finesse is on, it'll work. On 7F, it'll be a 3-3-3-4. Okay, no 4 spades this time for us. This time it'll be 4 clubs, 1.5 covers, with an ace and a side suit queen that may not be a working suit. So we'll take a look at those, and we'll go ahead and come up with some evaluations to do comparative purpose, and we'll see how we fare. I think it'll be very illuminating. You're going to get a good chance to see the value of a 4th trump and to see how help and the cover card makes a big difference. So okay, we'll go ahead and cut this one off for now, and we'll look forward to seeing you soon on the flip side. Thanks for coming. See you over there. Bye for now.